Hello, and welcome back to SideQuestsLive. My name is Todd, and we're going to be playing some RPGs. In fact, tonight we're going to be playing a custom RPG, which this one is, I believe, called The Rediscovered World. We've been playing a small series of a campaign called Tree of Wands, and it is one of several different settings. This is a more fantasy setting. Our next one, I'm excited to say, is going to be a more sci-fi based setting. But the system is very flexible and custom built by the fine people around this table, not myself.
Yarr.
Yarr. Speaking of the fine people around the table, let's go say hi. Hello, fine people.
Hi,
Although-
fine people.
Hello.
People. There's only 4 people. You don't have that many PCs for this finale.
Yeah,
No.
that's a bit of an issue
Yeah,
because
it's not ideal.
That's the way scheduling works when you're a grown-up, right? Sometimes
Yeah.
people can't make
Yeah.
it. So
I
Freaking
regret
grown.
being a grown-up.
I am gonna read every single day.
you know
0 stars.
I feel
Do not
that.
recommend.
We're all going back to middle school. That's it. When all we
I
had
don't
to
wanna
do.
do that either.
No, that's true. But I'd rather do that.
Yeah, I
than,
feel like
high school. Ugh.
university. I would go back to university.
Yeah. Okay.
Mhm.
That's fair.
University's a good time.
It's like
Mm.
all the gooder part, the gooder part of grown without the badder part of grown.
Yeah.
Really,
Mhm.
it's just deferred payment. Let's be honest.
Mm.
Okay, so tonight we have Todd as Elroy, we have Bo is returning as Lahabria, and we have Devin as John Normalman. Sitting out tonight for the finale, unfortunately, and send their regrets, are Jay as Scott Cow and Jackie as the Fell, which means that you've lost some of your tankiness and you've also lost some of your healing ability, but you do
Yeah.
have some strikers, and of course Elroy does have a variety
Whatever
of
the heck I am.
skill.
Yeah.
Look, guys, I'm a healer. I swear to God, just rub this in your wounds.
So so this is the finale, and we'll see how you guys do. Oh, but first things first, you all got a level up. Well, you're actually level 12 now, after that last episode. So I take it you guys have all adjusted your stats up.
Yep.
Okay,
Yes.
so you're gonna be rolling EP a lot now.
Oh yeah. And for those who join in, this game is all about the EP. Well, not quite.
It's about the RP as well.
Indeed.
EP and
That's-
RP.
So I on the WhatsApp chat explained a new concoction that Elroy is going to have, which is an orb of petrification.
Oh yeah.
You guys might recall in a previous episode, Todd was asking about whether or not he, as a Tanuki who can already petrify himself, could come up with some sort of concoction that would enable him to petrify. And Todd, I sent you the stats. It's essentially a mega vex, where if he creates a stone, it's called an orb of petrification. If he can use an attack with his sling and hit, then that orb of petrification will petrify the target and remove like basically all of its action points for the round, which is kind of like a multi-vex sort of thing.
Let's be honest.
so-
It's like mostly my poop.
But you guys should have a bunch of other good stuff, not to mention sort of stat boosts and everything. Bo, did you take more vampire abilities?
Yeah, so I took Vampiric Strength, bringing me to 6, and I
Very
also
nice.
did Double Vex, so
Okay.
making that to mesmerize a bit more useful, perhaps.
Okay. And Devin, did you seriously just sneeze without making any noise?
How's that
Yeah.
possible?
I blew it directly into my brain cavity.
Oh,
That is an actor skill right there. That's
that
amazing.
is.
What did you? What
Do
did
not
you take?
recommend. Yeah, I think I boosted my strength up. I boosted up my. That's not what I need. Yeah, I boosted my strength. I boosted my con. And then I took extra hardy plus toughness. So like I have max HP for myself. Like I got HP 80 at the moment.
Nice.
Speaking of,
Ooh.
in our last session, you guys basically flung yourself from this airship as it was being destroyed and straight into the mouth of Kava. What?
I feel like
what's
we're
your HP?
really hard on insurance.
Did you guys keep track of your HP from last round?
I did.
Yep.
Largely, yes. I took a lot of damage.
Okay. Todd?
Yeah, I'm good.
All right.
Yeah, I have a lot of damage, but in my level up, I got a lot more hit points. So if I can heal, I will be awesome. But
Yes.
I'm currently
I right now
pretty-
have 1/4 of my total.
Acres.
Just to make things fair, I'm gonna say that each of you guys can recover just quickly your con plus a d6 in health.
Okay.
Oh, thank God.
So 6, 8. Okay, so that brings me to 50.
Why
Now, do you
must I
have any
roll
potions?
all the ones?
So I got 12 back, so that brings me to good old 33.
I got 4 back. My con is
Sick.
3. Just to clarify this dumpster fire right up in here.
Do you guys have any potions left?
I think I have one left of the powerful ones, the 2d6 plus 6. I think.
I also have one of those left.
I'm gonna say that you're gonna get one from Scott Cow and one from the Fell.
Okay.
To
So we
each
have-
one each.
2 each, or
Sure. I'll say you
Okay.
got 2 each. I want to try to level the playing field a little bit because
What?
yeah, having no tank and no healer makes us all sad.
So
You're
that's
pretty
2d6 plus 6, right?
yeah, 2d6
Okay.
plus 6. So you guys can quaff those now, like smoke them if you got them, because
Yeah, I think I will knock one back on the way down the hole.
Yeah.
I will
We
not.
cheers before we dive in. We're like,
All right, guys. This is it.
That's-
We're going in.
So quick question about my sun blade. What is the damage on that again? The double blade?
Hang on, just a sec.
2d6 you say?
It's a d6 plus strength to hit.
Okay.
And the damage is 1d8 plus your strength plus 2.
Okay. And it's a double weapon.
Yeah, and you do that twice.
Okay. Cool.
Right. But if you fumble, you're gonna hit yourself with the sunlight and you're gonna drop.
So I took
You have
weapon
mastery,
weapon
right?
mastery, yes.
Nice.
Oh,
Make sure I took that.
Oh, bother. Okay.
Loophole.
Yes.
Loophole.
Now I have to ask one more question before we get started. Which one of you is holding the stick that you got from the Tree of Wands?
The
No,
It
wand?
was Elroy.
That was Jackie.
I think so. Was it Jackie?
Yeah, well,
Oh.
so
Well, now it's Elroy.
if the
Yeah,
Fell
Elroy.
had it, who has it now?
I would say Elroy.
Yeah.
You seem like
Alright.
the type who'd carry a stick.
Okay.
You're the one that plucked it from the tree in the first place.
Yeah.
It's true.
Yeah, buddy.
Give me back that stick. Give me your potion. Get out of here.
All right.
You're in charge of this
So-
wreck of a spaceship or airship.
And you just
so-
start scratching your butt with it.
That's where I keep it.
So let me set the scene for you. The airship was falling to pieces. The deck broke. It was a V shape. You started running. You saw that bat disappear into the mouth of Kava. All of the remaining skeletons on your ship are going, arriba, arriba, andale, andale. And you're
It's been
running.
an honor, gentlemen.
There are sturges flying around with their needle-sharp beaks just blazing here and there, and you're running, and you hear your footfalls accelerate on the deck, and you leap one after another into the snapping jaws of Kava, and you fall, and the last one of you, as you're jumping through those teeth, slam down just right on the other side of your foot, and you make it clear. You fall, and you are falling in this pitch darkness. You are falling and falling, end over end. You spin in the air. You don't know which way is up. You can hear the echoing screams of other people falling. And then suddenly this red light kind of rises up, either to one side of you or behind you or right in front of you. And then you hit something that is sort of spongy and wet, but also quite hard because you've been falling for a while. And you're sort of momentarily stunned, and you stand up, and you've probably fallen like 2 stories, 3 stories. Like you're quite lucky that this thing that you've landed in is spongy. So you didn't take any damage, but at the same time you're sort of stunned. Like, and it takes a while for your eyes to adjust to this red light, which is actually throbbing, and to look around and to realize that you're not dead, which is always a nice thing to realize. And
That is
looking around,
not what I expected.
you see that this sort of neck that was extending out of the ground, this snake that was Kava, it's almost like a tower inside, but at the same time strangely organic, and some parts of it seem to be still kind of cooling off after having been lava at one point. And up on one side of the wall, you see this thick, almost like an aorta, like this thick vein that at the very bottom looks like lava, but as it reaches up to the top, solidifies and becomes more and more like a branching vein. And in the center of it is something that looks like a heart, an organic looking heart that is beating, with different chambers that are all kind of like pumping and thrusting in sort of a rhythm. And this thing is, it's like the size of a barrel. It's quite large. And you can tell that there's just the color all seems to be getting drawn towards it as it pops. It's almost like the beating heart of lava. And you look up and you see this thing, and then you see someone standing next to it, just grabbing on to one of the sort of ropey tendrils that's coming out of it, one of these veins. And you see it is Sidolphus, and he's there, and he has his black cape with the red on the inside and the popped collar, and he's got the white hair slicked back, and he's got his sword is just unnecessarily ornamented in the hilt, and he's all got his polished black boots and everything, and he looks down at you and he goes, "I'm so glad you could join me. Oh, Lahabrias, that you are. It's so wonderful to have people to witness this moment. I saw you try to throw the phylactery into the mouth of Kava. You must have spoken with my old master, Khufu. The fool thought he could trap Kava, the primordial, but he didn't read the prophecy. The prophecy says that Kava will devour the vessel and be devoured thereby. I am the vessel. I will be the vessel of Kava. And then he bites the heart. And the minute he does, this light starts just exploding out of the heart, and it circles around him, and like just a tornado being sucked into a single point of brightness. Like you have to basically hold your eyes and shy away because of how bright it is. And the whole edifice that you're in, this tower, this fiend, whatever it is, it starts shaking. And you can barely maintain your balance. And when you do open your eyes just a little bit, you can see that Sidolphus is holding this tiny shriveled heart the size of an apple. And all of these vapors and plumes of gas and smoke are just absorbing into his skin from every angle. And all of the color that you saw in Kava around you, all the red light and all the the veins and everything, they've all blackened, and they're actually starting to just disintegrate away, just little bits, almost like tiny ripped shreds of paper just floating up and away on the wind. And when Sidolphus looks back at you, he has this enormous grin. He's so happy. And in fact, his grin has this zigzagged line on it. Like his teeth have turned into these enormous triangles. And when he opens his eyes, they're blazing with red. And you can tell that this isn't a regular Sidolphus. This is a primordial Sidolphus. And as he opens up his arms, all of this thing that used to be Kava just disintegrates away and reforms. And you're in this, what appears to be almost like a black castle. And he sits down and a throne appears and he sits in it and he goes, finally. And when he speaks, like red smoke just starts issuing out from his mouth. And he's not really paying that much attention to you right now. He's kind of like looking left to right. And as he's looking around, these like black pillars are forming. There are statues, they look like vampires holding up the ceiling, snakes wrapped around pillars and things. He's basically fashioning his palace out of the matter that was Kava. And you can do whatever you like now.
Well, we meet again for the last time. We've grown a lot since the last time we met, and I think it's time to say goodbye. So, wow, all right. This is pretty intense.
Okay. Oh, Todd, did you key some music?
Oh yeah, it's going.
Okay, good. So, fight music. You guys can Sidolphus is so uninterested in you. Like he has this astounding phenomenal cosmic power now, and he's seeing through time. Like he can focus in on just microscopic things. He's seeing the magical ethers existing in the air, and he's so focused on this that you don't even really have his attention. And so you all start with an EP, and you also can get first strike. Just tell me the turn order.
Bo, would you like to go first?
I would
Or would
love
you
to
like
go first.
Okay.
I would love to go first. All right. Then what do you guys feel between yourselves?
I'm gonna say you, then Elroy, then John.
Okay,
Yeah, okay.
makes sense. All right, let's see if I get some EP.
You have your EP.
Oh yeah, well,
Yes.
excellent. So
yeah.
Then I'm going to try to mesmerize him to see if I can cancel out some of those action points he has, which I'm sure he has a lot of. So that is a 10 versus will.
Undead immunities.
Oh, no.
No
Dang,
messing
alright.
with him here.
Dang, all right.
So you kind of like, you give him that look, and he like looks back at you.
Shit, okay, well,
Don't try to kid a kidder.
well, it's time to roll up them sleeves and fight the old-fashioned way. Cool, cool. Waste turn. Come on, Elroy, take him down.
Elroy.
Roll
All
counts on
right.
you.
I say something along this line.
See this? This is my boomstick!
And I pull out my gun, and I'm just like,
Hey, dipshit!
and see if I can shoot him with my gunslinger ability. Oh, all right. I rolled a 5, so that ain't too bad. That's good. So I believe it is plus Dex.
Mhm.
So that's going to be 11 to hit.
That is a hit.
All right.
I only rolled 9 on my dex. So
Oof.
you.
Must have rolled low.
All right.
What is the damage?
10 plus 12 is 22 plus a D8 and so only 24 total.
Okay. So you hear the bubbling inside the canister of your alchemical blunderbuss, and then of course there's the the recoil kind of sends you backwards a couple of steps, and there's a flash inside this black castle that's still sort of forming, and you see the flash, and you see the
Can I
you're probably
can I have
firing.
aimed for the little heart in his hand?
You can, but the heart is actually I'll just say it's basically just turned to dust. And kind
Just
of-
the hand then.
Right.
Let's poke a hole in his palm.
So sure. And the minute the bullet is about to hit him, you
Ugh.
suddenly see this. There's almost like a blink, and for a second, there's this sphere around him, like a dome of red light, just kind of flashes once, and it absorbs much of the damage. It absorbs 20 damage. It's an Eldritch Shield, and so you do
It's
4
okay.
damage.
I
to
use
him.
that up. It'll never be a problem again.
Or you
Does
might need to
the-
find some way to disable it. But you've definitely got his attention, and so he
I
stands
now
up.
scurry behind John Normalman.
Okay, he's all yours.
He stands up, and he just starts drifting towards you, and his sword is still sheathed. He just starts drifting towards you, almost like his hands start to open, like, oh, really? He just starts drifting towards you. So, Normalman, what are you gonna do?
I'm gonna use my investigation to try to figure out what is causing or creating the Eldritch Shield. Like, it's gonna be like I'm gonna look for, like, does he have like a glowing spec, like a clearly magical item? Because I don't have any aura. Like I'm literally just like looking at him, going like, what seems out of place? What's new from the last time we fought?
That's a fair like fighter ability thing to use as well, to sort of be able to kind of like.
Yes, but does
Like
it seem like a normal
battlefield.
fighter thing?
I
I think it seems pretty
I'll
normal.
allow this.
Okay.
You can tell that this Eldritch Shield, or this primordial shield that he has, is it's just coming from his body, and there's no item, there's no anything like that. Like you're gonna have to find a way to destroy.
Well,
that
shit.
shield.
Okay, well then, when he comes close, I will, he's coming in like this, right? With his hands outstretched. I'm gonna grab him by these fingers and grab them and just bend them backwards as like a circular motion with my wrestling move. So it's strength versus strength. Ooh, 11.
11. Tie goes to GM.
Oh, wow.
Bad guy. Sorry. So you basically try to grab his 2 fingers, and you're kind of holding them, and he kind of spreads them out, and he does the like, "Here's Johnny" thing. Only he'll do it with his accent. "Here's Johnny." Just opens the 2 fingers.
He knows your name, Ron.
So he is going to do 3 actions because he has 3 action points this round.
Ooh.
First, he is going to, when he looks at you, like his eyes seem to just expand way, way beyond the contours of his body. And both of the eyes are these like spirals, like just crazy spirals. And as you look into them, even if you glance at them, you see like the distant future where primordial Sidolphus has just taken over the land and has turned everything into essentially what Scott Cow was describing in his past. Everything is in cages. Everything is just on an assembly line controlled by goblins, just being brought and fed to Sidolphus, this mega vampire. And if Scott Cow had been present, I would have given him perma rage as a result of this vision.
I'm gonna text Jay right now.
Sidolphus, his first experiments with this involved Scott Cow's people, but now he wants to sort of turn the world into a feeding trough for himself. So you see that you have to roll will 6, or you're going to be vexed. Like you're just going to be clutching your head, going like, no.
Will 6.
No, tie goes to GM.
No.
Damn these eyes.
Everybody else?
So, sorry, it's a 6 you have to get?
Oh boy. That is not good for me.
That is a 7.
Did it?
I rolled a 6?
Plus 1, that's 7.
No.
Do you have
Sorry, I rolled a
Oh.
5 and I got and a plus 1.
No, so you're also like, no.
Yeah. In this round, ties go to GM.
Yeah.
I mean, to be fair, I grew up in a cage. It was not a good place. I'm not going back, you son of a bitch.
With that, Sidolphus, he clutches his hand, and a cyclone of red energy just shoots out from around him. And if you can hold your ground against the cyclone, then you'll be okay. But if you can't, then you're going to be flung against one of the walls or pillars of this castle, and you're going to take damage. So this is a strength check, strength 7.
Who is this against?
7. Oh, it's against all of you.
11.
Yeah.
Whee!
10.
Okay, so
I'm
that
a
is,
raccoon in a windstorm.
Okay,
Come on.
let me roll up the damage here.
You're scrappy.
Yeah. Luckily, our healer is also scrappy.
I rolled really poorly, so that's only 9 damage.
No, that's not too bad.
And the last thing that he does, and this is very easy, he takes his cape and he's like, "Whoa, ha, ha, ha," and he flings his cape. And as he flings its cape, it's almost like a red line just crosses the entire room. And those of you who are going to get sucked in through this gate are going to end up on one side, and those who are not are going to end up on the other. It's like a banishment spell, only it has the ability to capture all of you and Sidolphus. So you have to roll Aura 7
Jeez,
to
dude.
avoid being sucked in.
Good night. I should not have totally spec'd my stats in one direction.
Yeah, I am also in that position.
Quick, take shelter in the alternate dimension.
And I jump in on purpose.
Oh my God.
Clearly. Because
So all three of you
roll
got
that.
sucked in?
I got a 10. I'm fine.
Oh, you're fine.
It's just you and
Yeah.
Sidolphus.
Woo.
So
Just the way I planned it.
so Elroy, not Todd. So Elroy and Normalman are each going to take 17 damage as you get sucked into this alternate world where basically the whole castle is the same, except instead of being black, it is red, and it has spikes. Like everywhere there are spikes. These spikes are like 10 feet long, 4 feet long, 2 feet long, and basically as you get thrust into this alternate reality, you just get poked and stabbed by these various spikes.
Pokening.
And pardon?
I said the pokening.
Just the pokening. But Sidolphus stays in the same room with, or stays in the same dimension as La Habrea, which brings us to the top of the round. So I think that Elroy and Normalman are both. Are you guys both vexed?
Yeah.
And you're both in the
from
wrong
both attacks.
dimension, so it's just La Habrea. What are you gonna do?
Well, he's clearly immune to any sort of charm ability, which is a big chunk of what I do. So I'm just going to go wail on this dude with the Blade of the Sun.
Okay.
I think I need to roll pretty high to hit him.
Maybe not.
So sorry, is Mastery, I re-roll a 1?
Yeah.
Okay, so...
And you keep re-rolling ones if you keep rolling ones.
Hey, that's a crit to hit, so that's a 12.
Okay.
That was the crit we
And-
needed. Wow.
11. 11 does not hit.
No, both of those are hits.
Well, okay, perfect. Okay, so that is... so that's 16 damage plus... 29 damage.
29 total or 16 plus 29?
16 plus 13.
So 29. So that's
Yeah.
9 damage.
9? Oh, man, I always still got the thing right.
Yep.
Dang. Or has it shattered?
No.
What?
I'm sure something cool will happen when it shatters.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I'll let you know.
Good.
Oh. Okay. So Sidolphus's round. So since you guys are in the parallel dimension that Sidolphus didn't go into, you're not being targeted by this stuff, but La Habrea is. So first of all, La Habrea, roll a will 6 to resist the madness. This is the eyes that are all spirals.
Isn't that charm?
Yeah, isn't that a charm?
Can you be immune to that?
You know what?
It's
You
vampire
are
on
undead
vampire.
is
Yeah.
immune
Okay.
to charm, fear, and mesmerize. So I'm going to say you are immune to that.
Good thing, because I did not make that roll. Thank you, Thank you, John.
He's going to.
Don't
cast-
forget, you're a vampire too, La Habrea.
You're right, by golly.
He's going to cast Cyclone, the same thing. So
Okay.
roll me a Strength 7.
I automatically make that. 11.
Okay. So you just push through, and then he basically is like, these two things haven't worked on you, and he's like, you have grown strong since we last met. I'm so appreciative of that. It's hard to be a vampire, is it not? And then he points at you like this, and a bolt of red chain lightning shoots out of his hand. This is a very interesting spell. It's described in the rules. If you manage to make the dex save, then the chain lightning stops. But
Okay.
if you don't make the dex save, then it bounces to the next PC who has to make a dex save.
Oh, dang. Okay.
And if everybody fails, it keeps hitting. So
Make that
you
save, then.
have to make
I'm
a
glad I'm
dex
not in
save
that
of-
universe.
You have to make a dex save of 8.
So I have to get an 8 or I have to beat an 8.
You have to beat an 8.
Oof. Okay, so 4 or higher.
On a d6.
Oh, 4. So that's 9.
So when basically this thing lances past you and hits one of the pillars, and like electricity ripples up and down in each
Oh.
direction, and the pillar kind of like fills with red cracks and then just sort of crumbles. And then as this is happening, you see that red line kind of like squeak across the whole room, just and both Elroy and Normalman find themselves back in this dimension. And so that takes us to the top of the round, and
I
nobody's
don't
vexed.
feel
So,
too good.
Abrea, what are you gonna do?
Hit him with your sword again.
Yeah,
Oh,
that's pretty much all I can do.
Normalman and Elroy could have rolled their EP in the last
Oh,
round,
yeah.
right? You were vexed. It doesn't prevent you from trying to roll your EP.
Rolled a 2.
Let's see what it might be, actually.
So you didn't get it
And
last
for me.
round, but you might get it this round.
You might get a
Oh, that's
Hey.
true.
Go for it. No EP for me, unfortunately, but it's okay.
Rolled a 1.
Come on. All right, so I'm going to attack. So 11, that's going to hit.
Yep.
And reroll 11, so 2 hits. So that is 8. 20. 20 total.
0.
Dang.
It's just like churn, churn.
Wow, all right.
Okay. Elroy.
You did not get EP. I am going to insult his sire. Oh wait, no, I'm not. Hold on. It takes an EP for me to do what I wanted to do. So, no, whatever. I'm gonna run and hide and look for a spot to get out of line of sight.
You can also turn yourself to stone, don't forget.
I need an EP for that.
Oh yeah, you know what? For this, since you're just RPing it, we'll say that you can like go into a place and just be like.
I pretend to be stone in a corner.
I feel like you just haven't used that Tanuki ability. Maybe making it.
This is the one time I was gonna do it too. I was all ready for it. But no, I'm just gonna get my shield, and yeah, I will. I've used my potions. Yeah, I'm just gonna run and hide.
Do it. I'll allow it. Do you want to do a stealth roll?
Yeah. Dex, right?
Yep.
Oh, that I
the
did
lower
okay.
of
11.
int or dex.
Yeah,
Okay.
they're the same for me.
You're
So
totally hidden. You're made of stone. Like he's not gonna know you're there. And that brings us to Normalman.
All right, so I got my EP, so I'm gonna metal, and I'm gonna rush them with a crit for the first hit and a crit for the second hit.
Nice.
So that is. Come on, where's my?
did we say we got 2 potions or 1?
2.
You each got 2.
Okay. Can I also say I chug my potion while I'm hiding?
Sure, as a minor, so you pull off it.
18.
But I do want to hear what Normalman's damage is.
37.
Whew.
Wow.
So even with the shield on, and are you doing this with your fists?
Yes.
What?
I'm gonna say like I had like a little vial of holy water, and I just like, and then wha-bam, wha-bam.
Yeah, and your fists actually go straight through the shield. And as you're doing this, I'm going to say that you can feel that the shield is there. Like, it's a thing. If you could just find a way to destroy it, he won't be able to bring it back. Okay. All right.
I'm gonna have like a look around. Like I know he hasn't got something on him, but is there like an orb or something somewhere that's like projecting it or?
Nope. It's like it's there. Like it exists there around him. You just have to find a way to destroy it.
Not exist there.
Yes. So, we go back to the round with Sidolphus, and he is going to cast his Cyclone ability. So just because you got in close to him, so he's going to use Cyclone again. So all PCs have to roll Strength 7, but he's not targeting Elroy because he doesn't see you. So Strength 7.
11.
Yeah. 9.
Okay. And then he uses his Madness ability, where you see those eyes again. And so we've determined that La Habre is immune to it, but Norman is
not.
going to have to roll Will 6.
I don't say anything about
roll
it.
Will 9.
So you've
Nice.
resisted it. And then he's going to use Chain Lightning on, and it's going to start with one of you. It's going to start with La Habre again.
Oh, thank God. If
Roll
it's a dex
Dex-
save, thank Christ.
I got a
Dex 8.
that'd be Dex 8. Okay. Ooh, 10.
Oh, so same thing. This thing actually bursts a hole out of this castle, and if you glimpse out through the hole, you'll actually see that there's clouds.
Interesting.
You might be in the sky.
Oh.
But anyway,
What time of day is it?
Pardon?
What time of day is it?
It is night.
Hmm.
If
Yeah.
only.
I know.
Okay.
Is he a vampire anymore, though? Really?
Maybe. I mean, he is immune to your mesmerism, so he's a vampire to some degree.
Yeah.
But anyways, you've also hit him with the sunlight, and that didn't kill him.
Yeah.
Instantly drop him. So that brings us to the top of the round, and everybody's in the same dimension. La Habre, what do you want to do?
Can I use like an intelligence roll to see if like is there, because we know the shield is there. Is there something like in this room that I can that's connected to that, that's kind of powering that shield or something?
I think I already checked that, and the answer was no.
There's nothing, hey?
Nothing is powering it.
So it's just, do we just wail away at it until it breaks, or like what do we want to do here?
It's like made of energy at this point. If it was made of something else, maybe you could break it, but it's made of energy.
I bet you could turn it to stone if we had that power.
Yeah,
Well, La
That
Habre doesn't
entirely
have that
depends
power.
on my
I do not.
dice rolls. We're at the mercy of my dice, guys.
Well, if you guys want to switch the turn order, you can.
Yeah, I'll hold my action.
Okay.
I'm just
Elroy.
I poke my head out.
Is everyone dead yet?
And I rolled a 6 for my EP, so I finally got my EP. I'm just like, ah. And I look down at the ground, and I was so scared in my hiding. I look down, and there's like some very special little raccoon pellets on the ground. And I look at this, and one of them just looks a little more special than the others. And I'm just like, I bend down, and I'm like,
That Tanuki Takai.
if that actually means anything to anyone in the world, I apologize, but that's what it's called. It's like,
It happened. It happened.
and it's just, I'm almost lose my turn because I'm just staring at this special moment in my life.
Most
And-
special turn.
I'm gonna
I've
roll
ever
and see if
had.
you do lose your turn. It's a little much. No, you don't. You don't. Go ahead.
And then I quickly give my head a shake, and I flip my blunderbuss over to the the little fork side with the little Y-shape sling on it, and I load it in there. I give it a quick kiss first, and I just load it in. and then swing it, and it comes stepping out, and that's when I insult his sire. Like,
You know,
I don't know.
I just
Your
assume stank of
father
elderberries.
your uncle sucked on the wrong party, you bastard.
Okay, my apologies for the trigger warning on that one. And I'll fling the orb at him. Oh, not a wonderful roll. 8 dex.
He
Oh, no.
moves aside.
Ah,
Oh,
And it rolls a little further away.
yeah.
Can I still see it? Can I maybe retrieve it? I don't know. Or it splats against a...
Hey, how about you can see it and you can retrieve it with another repeat roll?
There, exactly. I'm like,
Yes.
Alright,
It was an
that's my
interesting
turn.
try. La Habre, you were holding.
okay, well, I was really hoping that was going to work.
Yeah, me
I'm
too.
going to try to break through this barrier. Crit. Double crits. Dang. So that is... Sorry, let me look that up again. 32 damage.
Woo!
So, like the sunlight is just smashing against this this shield, but only a small amount of sunlight is actually getting through. So, how much did you say it was? 32?
32, yeah.
Okay, so 12. So you are hitting him though, like he's
Okay.
like,
But it seems like to do a lot of damage work to any to get through. Okay.
hissing at you. Normalman.
Is the turd pellet still there?
Ah.
Yeah.
Okay. Normalman rushes at the vampire and tries to like grab him by the nutsack and by his stupid collar, and then body slam him face first into the turd.
Ah, sick.
It's like a medieval swirly.
Very gross.
Super gross.
So
This
that
is high fantasy right
strength
here.
versus and crit. So that's a strength 12.
Whoa.
I don't know. He's pretty strong.
He is pretty
Yeah.
strong.
But I rolled a 1.
Oh, beautiful.
And so you do manage to grab him, but
Can we
you
say
might
it
have
landed
tried
in a
to.
blood puddle? And he's
You
swirling
tried
him into the blood puddle.
No, not in
It's
blood
more
though.
like this. You try to grab him by the collar and nutsack, but he has this dome around him.
Oh
So
yeah.
it's more like you grab this hamster ball, and even though it's burning, like this is like this energy field, even though it's burning, like your armor is heating up, like it's red hot, you still manage to like take one step and another step and a third step and slam the ball down onto this tanuki turd, and it suddenly, the minute it touches, it goes clink, and the whole sphere is turned into this this grainy limestone, and for a second there's just this orb of limestone in the middle of the room, and he's fully vexed for this round.
Ooh.
Which brings us to La Habrea.
Ooh, let's shatter this dome. It's 1 crit and 9 is probably not gonna hit.
9 doesn't hit because you're not using blunt damage.
Ah, okay.
How about I go first?
Yeah, why don't you? Okay,
I'll
you
just-
go first. But I hit once, but-
You didn't hold your move there. You tried, and
Yeah.
the blades kind of skittered, and the sunlight kind of like burned black streaks onto onto this stone thing. I'm gonna need to see a blunt attack of some kind.
I'm gonna just punch it.
I'll also sling at it with a regular stone.
Okay, you wanna go first?
Sure. Does 9 hit Dex?
9 is a hit.
All right, and almost max damage on a sling. 7 points of blunt damage.
Ooh.
Okay, and
And then Norman goes in with a 10 to hit. And another 10 to hit. So it's 12 plus 18, 30 damage.
you hit it once, you hit it twice, and there's almost a sound like a gong, and then there's like a crick, 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 crack, and these cracks start radiating out from that fist print, and then suddenly the whole thing sort of cracks and shatters away, and you see Sidolphus in there, and all these little bits of rock start raining down onto his body, and he's like, and you can see the big sort of the big triangle kava teeth in his mouth. You can see his eyes are just burning red, but you've managed to disable his primordial shield. And so, what does he do? Well, he does a lot. First of all, he flings his cape again, and you see that line just cross the room. This strange, like, border crosses the room. Everyone must roll Aura 7, or you're going to be sucked into that other dimension.
And it's 10. And really, it's 8 or more, so
Yeah,
I can't.
Yeah, I can't roll that. Yeah, I got 4.
So I made it.
Hey!
Ooh.
So, so those of you who did not make it and end up in the spiky version of reality,
The spiky verse.
We had a good run, John.
take 20 damage.
Good night.
I'm out.
Ooh.
Like out?
Yeah,
What?
I'm down.
Okay.
Really?
I started with 16 hit points,
Oh, yeah. That's not great.
and then I chugged a
So-
potion, and now I'm back down again.
Okay.
So, Sidolphus stays in the room with Lahabria, casts Madness on you, which again doesn't work. He's not going to keep doing that. And he's going to cast Chain Lightning as well. Roll Dex 8. Which really means...
Ooh, 9.
Oh. Again, he just wings this lightning bolt at you, and you just manage to get out of the way of it. So, okay, that's the end of his round. So, both Elroy and Normalman are in the spiky dimension. You don't have access.
I think
to
technically the
Sidolphus.
spiky dimension is in me.
A little bit.
Whilst the two of us are in the spiky dimension, may I revive him and give him a potion?
Yes, you can, but you won't be able to help Lahabria, who is in the
Mouth to
regular Black
mouth.
Castle. Okay,
That's fair.
so
Yeah, I wouldn't be able to help him anyway, because... Yeah, so I will... I'll let... Yeah, go ahead.
okay, Lahabria, what are you gonna do?
Alright, let's see if I get EP. I haven't rolled it yet, which is kind of shocking. So I must come at him with swords ablazing. So reroll that. 10
And it's a hit.
and 11.
11 is also a hit.
So that is 21 damage.
21 damage. Okay, now he's starting to feel it. Like you
Yeah.
actually see these like rays of sunlight actually like slicing into him. And even though he's not 100% vampire anymore, there's still something about sunlight that just burns right into him and makes him really, really mad. So you managed to slice him twice.
Beautiful.
Elroy is going to get up this round.
What do I
And,
get up with again when I'm
Will.
raised?
You get your will back.
Your will back.
And I'll also give you a potion.
Woohoo! 1 hit point, and then a potion.
Yay.
You sure? I think you guys are better at this than I am.
You're invaluable.
Don't
Make
forget
some fucking healing potions.
Sweet.
You can roll your EP this round.
Right, I can make more of these.
All right.
I'm gonna call a quick bio break if you guys don't mind. I'll just use the washrooms or whatever.
That sounds good.
And then we'll get back to it and see what else Sidolphus has in store.
Cool.
I hope it's a spa.
Ooh, man.
You gonna pause the recording, or are we gonna?
We
can sit
could
here and
we could pause
strategize.
it, or we could strategize.
Whatever.
See you guys. All right.
Yeah.
That's right.
I feel like continuing the assault is probably gonna be the best.
Yeah, I think so too.
Yeah, and I'll try to hide if I don't get EP because staying alive is better.
Yeah.
Yeah, if we can hit him on a 10, that's not terrible.
Mhm.
Like, so that's feasible.
Quick reminder: does La Habrea get healing from healing potion type things?
I do not believe he does.
I do actually. That's the one thing I
I
can
get
deal
healing
with.
concoctions, so there's probably some blood in it. Okay, cool.
Excellent.
I'll focus on doing those.
I will be right back.
Yep.
Cool.
All right. I think we'll all be right back, and I'll pause the recording. All right.
Sounds
Thanks. Hey, internet. By the way, if you haven't yet followed us, please click the like, the follow, the subscribe, the whatever the button it is on the thing that you're listening to us on. We do lots of RPG content, and you can always check out our backlog in all the podcast places, also on YouTube and live on Twitch when we're gaming. Thanks very much for joining us, and we'll see you again soon. All right, and we are going to come back to the game in action. The fight for our lives. The finale.
Bomb.
The Tree of Wands.
You guys have kind of been in a fight for your lives in every session, so
Yeah,
this is really more like the fate of the realm. But okay, so
So if we die, everybody dies.
Yes.
So it is Sidolphus's round. And so and
I liked when he was vexed that round. That was nice.
Yeah, that was very nice.
Hmm.
Do that again.
So he is I think he's gonna start just things like I haven't hit with that chain lightning yet. So
Well, we're in
so
the other
he's
world, so that's good news for us.
So he's gonna try to blast La Habrea twice with this chain lightning. So it's like one and then two, like as you're kind of running around. Like I assume you're like skipping like running sideways along the walls and stuff like that.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah, like
real-
Vampire D
like-
kind of stuff. Yeah.
Exactly. Some like you're a level 12 vampire at this point.
Oh.
So he's trying to like blast you with his fingers, using this chain lightning. So first one is Dex 8.
Don't let him finger blast you.
9, thank God. And
And again.
an 8-1. Okay.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, that's a hit.
Got you. Perfect. Okay. So, that chain lightning is gonna do 26 damage.
Holy bejeez. Down to 1/4. Yikes, okay.
You can say something cool like, I'll never rule the galaxy with you, but he's like, I didn't ask you this. Why you didn't say this? Who said anything about galaxy? You don't...
Stop playing hard to get. You know you want me by your side.
We're a heliocentric world.
Anyway, so he's blasting you, and I'm gonna say he also uses Cyclone. Like he basically, after he's blasted you, he just kind of turns around and clutches his fist in your direction, and you've got to roll a strength 7, and you're going to be thrown up against the wall.
I'm good. 9.
You're like
For 10
strength 6, right? So it's
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm glad I did the vampiric strength.
Okay. That takes us to the top of the round. La Habrea, what are you going to do?
Well, I'm going to use a minor action to take a potion because I am not doing great.
You guys are lucky that you were in the other realm. Otherwise, that chain lightning would have jumped to you.
Would have
And
killed
my
the
dex
hell out of
is
you.
1.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh my god.
You are not.
Uh,
Also, like,
Six.
wearing head-to-toe metal.
Okay, so I got 16 back, so I'm at 40. Do I get EP this round? I do.
Does any of your EP do anything to him?
I could try life draining him. I'm just not sure what that would do.
Oh,
It would drain
should
some of
we
his
roll
life.
for EP for while we were in the other realm, just to see if we could bank it?
Yeah, for sure.
Okay. So for the other realm, I rolled a 2.
Okay. You know what? I am going to try and life drain this guy. That's a crit to hit. So, what does this do?
Is life drain versus con, or what is it?
It's a strength attack. Let me just double check. Life drain. It is versus death. So it's a 12. It's 12 to hit,
Okay.
and that's 14.
Okay, so you actually jump on him, and he raises up his cape, but you manage to sink your fangs straight into his forearm, and instantly you feel this surge of power, like shooting through you because you suddenly drank like a tiny sip of the primordial kava, and so you're gonna have to make a will save to see whether or not you are just going to become like part
shit.
of a primordial, which
Oh
would
no!
be bad. But let's see your will save. I'm gonna need a will save of 5.
Uh-oh.
4.
Oh, shit.
Okay, so I'm
no.
gonna take control of La Habrea for a little while. This will be
Shit.
fun and unexpected.
Did I
Oh
heal?
no, his fashion sense got even worse.
Yes, you are gonna heal.
Cool.
You'll
so
be
that's
healed
good.
up to full, I imagine, but
Okay.
still, let's see how this plays out.
Okay,
Elroy, what are you
okay.
gonna do?
Yeah. We pop back up. Well, first of all, I'm being cradled in the strong arms of John Normalman. Just brought back to existence with, resuscitation. And I look up at
Nursing on a healing potion.
Yeah, nursing on a healing. I'm just a little baby in your metal-clad arms looking at your visor. And I just reach a little bloodied pawed hand up and I rub the side of your visor. And I say,
You know, I never told anyone that where I'm from. Why they sold me out and sent me away. I'm royalty. I am the last surviving Prince King of the Tanuki people. And John Normalman, I hereby knight thee.
and I'll take my little dagger and I'll ting you on either side of the shoulder. And I'll say,
You are now Sir John the Abnormal Man. You are more than you could ever know. Now put me
Thanks.
down so I can go and hide.
And I put him down. Thanks. Give me a healing potion.
Um,
and I pat my pockets and I roll my
Oh,
EP.
come on.
And let's see. Hold on. Oh, thank God. Okay, and it's a 6.
Now, bear in mind, you could healing potion or you could orb of petrification.
Hmm.
I have to hit him with the orb. And I could just give you a healing potion. I've got both. I've got one in each hand.
Petrify him, then we might be able to get La Habrea back.
all right.
Save this for next time. And then I'll go to put it in my pocket, but I accidentally drop it and it shatters on the ground. I'm like,
Anyway,
load it in the sling, and see if I clobber this guy as he's busy gloating and I can only assume snacking on our vampire friend.
No, he's like, ow, why did you bite me in the arm?
Oh, right. It's the other way around. Okay.
Yeah.
I've loaded the little stone nugget into the sling and I whip it over my head. And I crit fail.
Oh,
What?
well, wait. It's an opposed dex roll.
Oh, okay.
So it's Dex 7.
Dex 7.
Which I think he's probably going to be okay with.
It's possible I could. It's possible I could. Screw
Roll
this
a
one.
negative
Could-
1.
Could
Yeah.
I have
I've only
accidentally
got
or
Dex
on
5.
purpose hit La Habrea instead? No, he's Dex 5.
And I rolled a 1.
Hey!
So
Dang.
you actually do hit with that horrible. Like I'm gonna say that like he's like, and like whip it, and it hits like one of the pillars behind him, and he's like, and it bounces and it like knocks him in the back of the head, and so he's suddenly turned to stone, and he's turned to stone, like frozen in the midst of one of those like really dumb laughs. So he's kind of like that.
It's like a YouTube freeze moment. I love it.
All right, so
I meant to do that.
Normalman, you still have. Oh no, wait. No. You still have your round.
Yeah.
Sorry, no. I thought I was mixing up the previous round with this one. So go ahead.
I have
damage
my
only.
EP. So I will go and pummel the crap out of frozen. Frozen. What's his name?
Stadolphus.
Stadolfo. Crit and 10.
Both hits.
So 6 plus 4 plus 2 plus 1. So that's 11.
No, that's 13. 6 plus 4 plus 2 plus 1.
Yes, 6 plus 4 plus 2 plus 1 is. Oh, yeah, 13. Plus 13. 31.
Whoa.
Wow.
And that's all blunt damage. So it all hits. Because you're just.
And while I'm doing that, I will also be like yelling at La Habrea to like, snap out of it! You don't want to be this guy's bitch! You don't want to be anybody's bitch!
There's so much power.
Okay.
Take it for yourself!
So that takes us to the end of the PC round. You're lucky because Sidolphus is just sort of slowly cracking his way out of like a thin veneer of stone that's all around him. But La Habrea turns to you and you see his eyes, and he just has like red glowing in his eyes. And La Habrea, you are using the here, I actually have the stats for this. No problem. So you are going to target
Oh.
Normalman with your double-bladed sword. That is a 9 to hit,
Miss.
and another 9 to hit.
That's a miss.
Oh,
So-
lucky.
And I'm assuming Normalman is just like deflecting these with his armor while he's like, snap out of it!
Snap out of it!
Okay. So give me a will save, La Habrea.
Yeah. 5.
You better will.
I was
I'll
trying.
roll.
Still.
No, you know what? I only rolled a 2. I'm gonna say you snap out of it.
Okay. Ugh. What
What
am
have
I
I
doing?
done? Anyway, but you were restored to full health.
Okay, cool. 78.
Convenient.
Hey man,
And
everybody's made that mistake. They hook up with an ex, they regret it immediately.
There's
and
no
that takes
X.
us to the
Holy
top of the
crap,
PC
you're
round.
erect though.
No.
Sorry.
That takes us to the top of the PC round.
Coursing through my veins.
Sidolphus has like burst out of
It's
the
Kama.
stone, and he's just flicking bits of stone away from his shoulders. He's kind of like shaking his cape a little bit, and he's like, "Oh, I hate this stone." Okay,
It's Tanuki poop.
La Habrea.
All right, let's try some. Let's see if I can. Not that I can use it, but I have AP if I need it for something. Don't know what that would be. But let's attack. Don't. That is a 11 and a 10.
Both hits.
Okay, so that is going to be. Ooh, wow. 25 damage.
So just and you can tell that the sunlight is like burning him more than it was before. Elroy.
All right. Let's see if I get my EP. Come on, you. Wait. At this level, EP is at 4?
Yeah.
I'm
Four,
a
five, six.
dual class though.
4, 5, 6.
Oh, okay. I got EP. I look over at Normalman while I'm deciding what kind of potion to get. How rough does Normalman look? Or Labrea? Labrea looks
I'm
fine.
looking fine.
Yeah.
I look pretty rough, but I'm about to take my last potion.
All right, I will pull up a healing concoction from my bandolier. I'm like, eeny, meeny, miny. Yep, that's the right one. And I'll be like, Normalman, and I'll throw you the potion. Catch it in gauntleted gloves. And I guess that's my turn. I'm gonna run and see if I can hide. That's it. Can I still try to hide?
Normally a hide takes a
No,
takes
that's
a
fine.
full
I'll just
action.
gain a little distance.
Did you just make the one potion?
Yeah.
Oh, what do I get back?
It's a 2d6 plus 6 on heal.
Nice. 12. Just doubled my hit points.
And that brings us to Normalman.
That is my turn.
What are you gonna do with all those hit points?
Get murdered. No EP, so I'm gonna just keep up my fistly assault with a 11 to hit and a crit.
Both are hits.
So that is 8. So 15. 23. Wait, no, that's not right. 33.
That's nice. And these are all just steel fists.
Punch.
Just
Yeah, I've got
knocks.
the brass knuckles and the.
So he's like holding up his cape, like, aha! But surprisingly ineffectual.
Yes, metal beats cloth.
All right.
And
Okay,
raccoon
so
beats skin.
Sidolphus' turn. He's going to use Chain Lightning, and he's going to random target.
Oh, great.
He random
Not
targets La Habrea.
Oh, thank God.
So
The one who could maybe dodge it.
he kind of like
I
does
got
a
good
little
decks.
peekaboo
Oh,
with
yes.
the cape. He kind of lowers it, and he's like, "Waha!" Like zap, shoots with the Chain Lightning. Roll Dex. You have to beat a Dex 8.
Need a dex save. Okay. That is a 10.
You're better. Nice.
Ooh. So misses you again, and he's like, "What's with this thing?"
Oh,
Makes a fist. Cyclone. Everybody rolls Strength 7.
okay.
In theory, I could get that. Maybe. Wait, roll a 7 or over 7?
gotta get an
You
8.
gotta roll over.
Gotta roll an
7.
8.
Oh, well.
If I crit, I get it. Otherwise, no.
Buddy.
Nope. So close. I rolled
10.
a 7.
13 damage.
And down.
It just and it just
guy.
slams you against the wall.
Oh, look at that. I missed the spike I got impaled on last time.
And then he's gonna brandish his cape again, and that line just sails across the room. Everybody's has to beat Aura 7 or you're going to get sucked into the spiky dimension.
Oh shit! I did not make it. That's a 6 for me.
Okay. Let's see what that means.
Does Elroy get sucked into the dimension with us?
Yes, he does.
Oh, good.
Because he automatically loses it, but he's down. So that's 15 damage apiece.
Oof.
Do I go into the negatives?
No, you just...
Okay.
Remains static at 0. And basically Sidolphus like steps into the spiky hellish dimension with you.
bulls.
And he's just like
Crap.
All right. What are you gonna do, La Habrea? It's top of the round.
I have 1 potion left, so can I use it to get Elroy back up?
So you
I'm
have
dropped.
to So basically what you do is you spend your major action resuscitating him, so
Okay.
he gets back his will
Okay.
in HP. Then you use the minor to sort of like
I will
help him with the
spend my full turn doing
I was having
that.
such a nice dream.
So that is 15 plus your will. So I'm out of potions.
And normal men.
I got my EP, but first I'm gonna drink my last potion. For 15, so I got back what I just lost.
Sick.
And I'm gonna punch the snot out of a little bitch with a crit.
I'm
And
already down, man.
Oh,
not
you.
you. A crit and like a 14 or something. I'm sure I hit him.
Yep, both hits.
Prefer 14 plus 18 is 31.
32.
32.
Nice.
That is a lot. Okay, so that brings us to the top of the round. He is going to cast Madness. Oh, and
Ooh.
by the way, the spike dimension that you're in sort of just like dissipates. It's almost as if someone is just like thrown a bucket full of water on over like the entire world, and it's just sort of like bleeds all this red color away, and all the spikes just vanish, and you're wiped clean, and you are back in the regular dimension. But he is casting his madness on you, so those eyes expand into those swirling spirals. Everyone's gonna have to beat will 6, or be vexed.
I mean, if I roll a crit, I can beat a will 6 because I have 1.
Jeez. Hey, there we go. 7.
5.
Nope.
Okay. He's also going to random target with chain lightning.
Oh, come on. It's Jag.
Elroy, you have to roll Dex. You have to beat Dex 8.
Come on, buddy.
Beat an 8 or meet an 8?
Beat.
I
No.
rolled a total of 8.
Oh.
I only got
Die
a 2.
goes to the GM with the end guy. So you like so close, but then it sort of like it arcs a little bit and it jumps over and it hits you and it's like and for a second you guys all smell like burning fur. That is a 1d6 plus 20 damage.
Whoa, I'm down. Don't even bother rolling.
And because it hit, it's now going to random jump to one of the other people.
Man.
But I'm taking one of you with me.
It random jumps.
bro.
Can it random jump
So-
back to him? I
No.
just trim my tail. No, okay.
It's very evil. It random jumps to normal men. You
Yeah.
have to beat a dex
Yeah.
7.
Even if I crit, that's only a 7.
So that's 1d6 plus 16 damage. That's 20 damage.
I'm still up.
And then it is going to random jump, of course, to La Habrea. And so you have to beat a dex 6.
I beat that handily.
Okay, so it kind of like, and then it dissipates. And Sidolphus is like,
This guy.
and then he's gonna seal his fist, and that cyclone is gonna come out again. This red cyclone just spinning away from him. Everybody has to beat a strength 7, or you're gonna take 2d8 plus 5 damage.
Done.
Yeah, same.
Okay, so you guys are
I
fine.
go flying across the room. Can I roll to see if I go out the window?
Your
You
broken
do not go out
body.
the window. Don't worry. But that brings us to the top of the PC round. Bahabria, what are you gonna do?
John, do you have any more potions?
Nope.
Did Elroy have any on him?
Nope.
Oh, God.
How's he look? How's this guy doing? Is he as
how about-
feisty as ever?
He's pretty feisty looking.
Pretty feisty looking, eh?
No, he's bloodied.
Okay.
But, like, still pretty feisty. Took you a while to get here.
I also just remembered that I think a bunch of us have rings of protection that knock 10 damage off, so...
I could have survived that last thing then.
Here's what I'll do. If you want, I will retcon this and say you each get 10 HP back. And I'll say for Elroy that you are back up. Like, basically you used your ring, and you are back up with 10 HP. But you guys can't use the rings again for the rest of the round. Or for the rest of the encounter.
I'll take it.
So we're up 10?
Yeah, everybody's up 10.
Okay. Okay, so
This is gonna suck.
Alright, well, I'm gonna just wail on this dude. I'm gonna come in guns a-blazing. That is a 10 and 11.
Both hits.
And that is going to be 20 damage.
Okay.
Come on, Elroy.
Oh.
Show him who you are.
Okay. Elroy,
Scared
what do
a
you do?
little.
I just point at the organs that are visible through the hole in my stomach. I do not get
Walk it
EP.
off. Put some dirt on it.
So I am going to go
Hide.
You can use
Yeah.
your main action to hide, and
Yeah, that's not
for
a bad
RP
idea.
purposes, we'll say turn to stone.
Yeah.
Oh,
I think I'm gonna
that
go
would
do
be-
that. And for hiding, I got 10. So he's got to beat a 10 to see me in theory.
Oh yeah,
I go
no,
hide.
he's not- I crit failed, but also like he would not have. His int is not very high. That brings us to so wait. Lahabre attacked, Elroy hid, Normalman.
I got 2 hits of 10 each. Sorry, my phone just buzzed. I don't know what my new phone buzzing does. All right, so I hit. I run in, no EP, just like haymaker.
Okay.
And that is 18 plus 8 is 26 damage. It's like the worst.
That's a lot of damage for punching somebody.
Yeah, that's a lot of damage. Okay, so that takes us to the round for Sidolphus, who is going to use his madness ability again. So everybody must roll will. It must beat a will of 6, or you are vexed.
I am good.
I am
Do
good as well.
Being hidden, do
Hidden.
I?
Oh yeah,
Roll?
so he's not going to look at you. So
Oh,
Mm.
Oh, right,
you're
because it's a
okay.
visual thing.
Yeah, it's almost like a gaze attack. Then he's
My
going
method
to
of hiding is I
Cyclone.
put my tiny little paws over my eyes and then petrify myself into stone just for flavor, you know.
Yes. A cyclone attack. Beat a strength of 7.
It's an auto win. Auto
Same.
success.
Oh, okay, all right. Oh, I should stop even asking you guys. Okay, auto win and chain lightning. Who is it going to hit? Targets Normalman.
I'm down.
No.
The Dex 8. So
Yeah, I'm down. Can I like grab onto Sidolphus when he hits me with it?
No, I'm gonna say he's kind of like floating around the room. You know, like he doesn't actually have to use his feet; they're just decorative. So he's just like floating like a couple of inches above the ground, almost like some kind of weird, deadly ice capade. Zaps
He's
you.
on the vampiric version of a Segway, and you're like, dude.
Blasts you, and then it leaps over to La Habrea. You gotta beat a Dex 7.
Yeah.
Okay. So it kind of like sparks off and sort of sends little bits of little sort of strings of voltage, kind of like crawling around the room and up the walls. But it dissipates. And that brings us to the top of the round. And because one of you has fallen, of course he's going to go as he's ice capade around this castle that he's created. You know, he has tremendous power, so obviously this is what he would do. Okay. La Habrea, what are you going to do?
I see the Heelys in your shoes, man. So Elroy, you can make healing potions potentially if you get EP, right?
If I get EP, yeah.
Okay.
And whatever it is, the reviving concoction.
Okay, so I'll keep attacking him then, and hopefully you get some EP.
Yep.
So here I come. So hit and wow, that's a lot of ones in a row. Crit. Wait, wicked. So that is 8 plus 21.
Okay, so you're really slicing into him, like just, and every time you hit him with the sunlight, it feels like the sunlight is getting to him even more.
Excellent.
It's almost like his vampiric nature is being impacted. Okay. That brings us to Elroy. What are you gonna do?
All right, I fish around in my bag. It's getting real low in the bottom, and I'm just like, not that. Saffron. Oh, here. And I rolled a 4. So I pull up the revitalizing concoction, and I scurry over to John Abnormalman, and I will...
Sir John.
Abby normal, yeah.
And I will pour some into his mouth, into his helmet anyway. Like shake it like a martini shaker. Just to... so you come up with 2d6 plus 6.
Wow. That's pretty slick.
Which is, I rolled 9, so you get 15 HP.
Nice.
Wow.
Back to what I was at before the lightning.
Shaken, not stirred. Let's get this guy.
Okay.
Normally, like, kind of gets back up on his feet.
And I'm busy pushing you from behind, trying to help you up.
Opens up the visor, and all this smoke comes out.
Okay, so Sidolphus is going to use his gate ability again. Just flings his cape to one side, and the line.
If I was going before Normalman, does he get his turn?
Being raised.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, coming back from the dead takes an action.
Cool.
Yeah,
That's lame.
So this border traverses the entirety of the room. Everyone has to beat an aura of 7.
Ooh, just made it. 8.
Nope.
I can't.
Cannot.
Hey,
Okay.
use guys.
13 damage for those who cannot.
Oof.
I'm down.
I got 2 hit points left.
And you have been transported to this side dimension with the spikes in it. And Sidolphus is like La Habrea. Like, you've hit him quite a number of times with sunlight. Like, he is looking worse for wear. It's almost like there are like parts of him where you can just see the red light. You know, like there's almost like holes in his body or gashes. You can see the red light coming out. And he's like, this is not funny anymore. And so he's gonna target you with 2 chain lightning attacks. Like, so roll dex. You gotta beat a dex 8 twice in a row.
I did 11 and 11.
Nice.
And
You get your
Break
own
dance,
shoes
doing
going on.
capoeira.
Yeah, it's totally capoeira, just like somersaulting for no reason. Which brings us to the top of the round with the PCs. Those of you who are in the spiky dimension, you can help each other out.
Yeah, in the spiky dimension, I will slap Elroy back to life.
And I just get my willpower, that's it?
Yep.
I've got half the number of hit points that you do.
So if you just don't get hit, you guys are fine. Like that's
Yeah.
we'll just bank on that.
Yeah.
Of his 4 attacks, 3 of them I can't dodge.
Oh man.
I just have really shitty dice rolls.
Oh man. Well, I got EP, but it doesn't matter because I can't really use it at the moment.
I got a bad
so
feeling about this.
Here I come with some attacks. Here I come with some attacks. If I can. So that's a crit and a 11. So yes, so that's 13 plus 6, 19.
19 damage?
Yeah.
Ooh.
I'm just ripping this guy's suit to shreds.
So, you've all gone now?
Yes.
Yes. Okay. The border between this dimension and the one that's red and filled with spikes, it's again like a curtain being pulled. Just it sort of leaves the castle area, and you find yourselves all in the same room again. And Sidolphus says, "I have better things to do now. I have an entire world to subjugate. So this has been fun, but it is going to end now." And he reaches down and he pulls out his sword, and he pulls this sword out of the scabbard, but it is way, way longer than the scabbard. Like, this thing is like 20 feet long.
Oh my
And
god.
the whole blade is just this burning red light that you've seen. And in fact, there's like, swirls, almost like like when you see plasma coming up off the sun. You've seen those up close images.
man.
Like, it's just curling like curly hair coming off of this blade. And he lifts it up, and he's gonna spend his turn attacking with this thing. So
Quick question.
um,
Does he have expertise?
no, he doesn't.
Oh, fatal flaw, my man.
So he random targets Normalman, Sir John Normalman, with this sword, and that is a 10 to hit.
Nope.
Oh.
Bang. Okay. He auto targets Normalman again. 9 to hit.
Nope.
Clang.
Wow.
And he auto targets La Habrea.
Alright.
8 to hit.
That just misses.
Wait, tie?
I have a 9.
Oh. Okay.
Oh,
Okay, I'll allow it.
Because that would have been probably it for me if you hit me. I bet.
Top of the round. La Habra, what are you gonna do?
Welp, I'm gonna attack the shit out of this dude. So that is a 11 and a 11. So 2 hits.
Uh-huh.
4. 9 and 14. 23.
23 damage. Okay, Elroy.
I don't even want to look. Okay, I got EP. I got EP.
Yes.
That was a 6. I'm gonna get
Petrify?
I think I'm gonna stone him.
Oh, yeah, that'd be a big option too.
Everybody must get stoned.
All right, so I'll take the orb of petrification. This one, I'm just gonna, I'll put it in the sling and see if I can hit him. Rolled a 4 plus 6 is 10 to hit Dex.
Hit.
Okay.
That's a hit.
Nice.
So suddenly this whole sword just... The whole sword is made of stone, and so is he. Like, he's just... And he's petrified. He's made of stone. And that brings us to Normalman.
And I have my EP.
Oh, yeah.
So I'm rushing in. So like one punch to like temple and like one to the solar plexus.
Now, question. Are you going to target him, or are you going to target the sword?
Oh fuck it, I'm gonna try to break that sword in half.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna run in and just kinda like do like a thunk. So so that is a so 10 to hit and a 12 to hit.
And with blunt damage? Those are both
Okay.
hits.
Blam. So 25 damage.
Ah,
Shatters. Just like
beautiful.
suddenly these like ice cube sized bits of gravel just like hit the ground, and he's just clutching this ridiculously ornate stone hilt with just like a little bit of little triangles up at the top, right? Like he managed to smash the sword. Which brings us to Sidolphus's turn. So like he flexes, and you can see these bits of stone just kind of shatter and fall off of him, just slough off like gravel and sand. And he looks at his sword, and he's like, "Oh, what?"
I also do a dick on your face while you weren't stoned.
Throws the hilt at you. Roll Dex to avoid it.
Okay.
Roll.
I hereby
Dex,
nickname this sword Twinkle.
Roll Dex 10 to avoid it.
It hits.
This is not an actual weapon, so it's gonna deal 3 damage.
I'm down.
It's just that little bit of sunblade sticking at the hilt, right? And it goes right in the visor.
I had 2 hit points left, and now I'm down.
And he's
Worth
gonna
it.
turn around. He doesn't have that many more action points left. He's gonna use Chain Lightning against...
The 2 people with a dex of 6.
Yeah, no, he's gonna use Chain Lightning against Elroy.
No.
So, beat a Dex 8.
No,
No.
As in, no, you did not?
I did not. I rolled a 1, which brings me a total of 7.
Okay.
All I have to do is roll a 3. Statistically, I should be able to get that. But
So, like,
no.
for a second, you guys can see, like, a Tanuki skeleton outlined in, like, a shimmer of red, just like...
Bugs Bunny style.
And then hits the ground, smoke curling out of him. And Sidolphus, who is, like... At this point, he's no longer able to float above, like, the
We
floor.
broke his
this is not-
segue.
His segue is gone. This is not the ice capades. He starts just one step and another step towards La Habrea. Just one step, then another step. Just like he's gonna come and try and grab you. He's gonna try to grab you with both hands while using chain lightning. Roll a dex. You gotta beat a dex 8.
I do with a 10.
Okay, top of the round. PCs go.
So I get to go? Cool.
Roll your EP.
Yeah. Yep.
Vex
do
my
much with it.
body to get up and fight with you.
I'll charm you guys. See if you can.
We should have a
can fight with
necromancer class. That'd be fun.
That'll be dope. So that's a 10 to hit and no 10.
Both hits.
26 damage.
Did you know that 4 plus 9 plus 17 plus 12 plus 21 plus 31 plus 25 plus 33 plus 31 plus 20 plus 26 plus 21 plus 19 plus 23 plus 26 is over 300 damage? And
Holy
you
crap.
hit him, and as you swipe him with this glowing sunlit double-bladed sword, he actually gets knocked backwards, and you fling him across the room. This huge wound is opened up in his chest, this burning wound. You throw him backwards, and he hits the ground with this boom. And he just hits the ground so hard that like cracks form beneath him in this castle, and he's like, "Gah!" And I'm gonna say that you have just enough power to Elroy and Normalman. You are both up. You have 1 HP. You guys have one chance. How are you gonna finish him off?
Mom spaghetti, guys, come on.
Plant the dig a hole with the wand and
Oh, yeah.
plant the acorn inside him.
Oh, yeah.
Nice.
The who's got the wand?
Elroy
pull
has
it
the
out.
wand.
Okay.
Whip it
Elroy.
over to Normalman.
You look at the wand, and it dawns on you that this is a very, very straight, pointy stick.
Like a steak.
You know what
Very
to
much
do.
like a stick.
I throw it to Normalman.
I'm gonna give it to fucking
Oh yeah, La Habrea. I said the wrong name.
Yeah.
To La Habrea.
Okay.
I throw you the wand stake.
So you're just gonna overhand. What are you gonna do?
Oh, yeah, it's gonna go right through his flipping chest.
Just pretend he's
So,
Uma
grab it.
Thurman and you've got the needle. Just
Yes. That is a 10.
Okay. You bury that wand, a wand without a spell. You bury that wand as a stake right in his heart, and he goes, "No!" And the entire castle just turns into smoke, and it's just sucking straight in towards this spot in his chest. Everything, the entire castle, is disintegrating and being pulled in. The whole thing is just being pulled in. Every shadow, every scrap, every glimmer of red light is all just being sucked in, almost like
I'm gonna grab onto Elroy.
closing on itself.
by my tail.
It all absorbs down, and as he screams, suddenly his scream is cut short, and all you see is just a pile of ash.
Whoa.
And you plant the acorn in the ashes of the cataclysm, and from it instantly you just stand back, and a new tree of wands just grows before your very eyes. Like you can hear the sound of wood straining and petals just kind of forcing their way out of each branch, and this beautiful white tree of wands grows right back up from the ashes. And as you look around, you're actually standing on one of the Vesper Hills. And everything seems to have returned to normal. The goblins took whatever they could from Avondale and then made their way away. And there's no trace of Kava or anything else.
And our
Oh,
airship
yeah.
falls to the ground in the background.
Oh, I figured it was destroyed. Quite like this wreckage somewhere.
Oh, if
But,
you eat it like it.
But
Scott Cow comes
congratulations,
in just holding onto the little stone that glows, like breathing heavy on it to keep it.
You guys!
you defeated Primordial Sidolphus, and you have defeated the entire menace to Avondale, and this concludes the campaign. So good job.
Woo! Level up.
It's close.
All
Yeah.
right.
Dang.
How many
can
hit points
drop,
did you have left, Halareya?
What was that?
How many hit points did La Halareya have left?
73.
73?
It's
Well,
what you
wait,
get when
wait.
you just train a giant.
Yeah, I guess like
Well,
you
I
also.
drank back to full, and then I took
Yeah.
like a few damage
Like-
after that.
I started at 20 and I never got higher than
Yeah.
35, and my total is 80. So
Wait, you got
Right.
20?
at one point I was up to 20.
Wow. So as we're panning away, we're all standing there. All our friends step up out of the trees in the shadows and join us up on the hill. Even the Gorgon lady and like all those others.
Yep.
And I just turn and I look up and I'm kind of just look over to my friends and I say,
All right. So who's gonna come get my kingdom back with me?
And then you have one of those
Uh.
bum 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 bum
yeah,
bum.
exactly.
As long as you're not prophesized to be king, I will join you.
I'm not actually. Anyway, we'll deal with that later.
And I will say that the three of you had many more adventures together, and also with your friends Scott Cow and the Fell, but this particular event became very famous in Southumbria, of course, because everybody fled from Avondale, and then after the menace was defeated, they were able to come back, and so you're local heroes. But there are many other places to explore. So thanks for playing. It was good.
All
That was fun.
And thank you, Brendan, for
Okay.
running the show.
Oh.
That was a lot of fun.
Mhm. Good game.
All right, good game, you guys. So
Yeah.
next week, I think Devin is going to be starting us on a Wanderverse campaign.
Hmm.
So looking forward.
I may be asking I've asked another person to join us. If they
Okay.
say yes, they will, and if they don't say yes, I might look for another person. Just because, like with Wonderverse, it's so hard when like there's not enough PCs.
Where'd the
Yeah.
pilot go?
Yeah,
I guess
that's,
we're
uh,
dead
I
in
list
space.
my list.
Don't get cocky!
Yeah, it should be fun.
Yeah,
I know.
definitely. Okay. I won't be here for the next couple of weeks, but I'm definitely hoping to jump in as soon as I can. And anyways, I'll send the summary so that our friends can see how it all panned out. But good for you. You guys beat Primordial Sidolphus.
Mm.
Oh yeah, that was awesome.
It was a
tough.
piece of cake.
Yeah, through most of the game, if
But-
any of his stuff hit me, I would die.
Yeah,
Yeah.
no, I was looking at that and I'm like, oh wow, man, you guys, yeah.
Well, if I didn't take vampiric strength, I would have none of that would have happened. Like if I didn't bring my strength to 6, I would have missed so many things.
You
Mm.
also rolled pretty well to avoid all those chain lightning attacks.
Mm.
Yeah, I only got hit the one time, but my god, that was a lot of damage.
Yeah.
Holy crap!
Well, if any of you guys had been hit with sword, I mean,
What would that have done?
I would have just done like
I mean,
999.
to be fair,
It
Normalman,
would have been like, the most you
Normalman
can
technically did get hit by that sword. I'm just gonna say.
do. Yeah.
The hilt.
Ting. It is.
The hilt was what took me out.
Yeah, that's right.
All right. Well, thanks for playing, and thanks for watching, Internet. Don't forget to click the like, subscribe, check out all our stuff on previous podcast places, and on the YouTubes. And thanks for joining us, and we'll see you again soon for some space.
Okay.
And my axe